There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a belated random DOS game show. And this is by MPS Labs. So I'm just going to set my 20-minute timer here, because those who know. Essentially, if it's MPS Labs, it's probably, gonna go 20 minutes. This is M1 Tank Platoon. And this is the sort of game that comes with a technical supplement, it comes with a manual, it comes with a keyboard overlay. It's really, really advanced stuff. So, let's just pick a team. You can see our Sarge here with his little pointy stick, and you've got a selection of possible platoons, and you can see the average skill of the platoon and the overall rating. Yep, pretty poor, all of them, because they haven't been in any kind of combat. So let's pick the fighting first. You now have a series of campaigns, or you can have drills, and these are the training sections. What a great idea, having training sections before you start a campaign. So, static gunnery is probably what we want, because we have no idea what we're doing. Gunnery range with static targets. This is a drill. Targets are stationary, they don't shoot back. Run your tank or your entire platoon. And that's the important bit there. Sorry, no promos or medals here. You don't get a medal for doing basic training. It's, not the modern times. Okay, gunnery range, live firing exercise with static targets. Drive your vehicle or platoon around the road counterclockwise. Learn to use hills as hold down firing positions. Also practice firing on the move. So it wants us to drive around the road. Okay, press escape to begin. And you're thinking, right, okay, that makes absolutely no sense. I thought this was a tank simulator. Well, that's where you're wrong, because this is more than just a tank simulator. You'll see it actually provides you with nice little information with regards to what keys to hit. I've got the keyboard overlay up on another monitor at the minute, because I am not confident about my ability to play this. Okay, so we can cycle through platoons to give orders to the platoons that aren't us. This is a world overview map that you then pick. So let's hit next platoon. And you can see last platoon orders, halt, form in line, cease fire, and so on. If we tell it to advance slow, that's what it'll do. Okay, so next vehicle. And we can just cycle through and you can see all the various vehicles. So one of us is in charge here. So what we'll do is we are going to cycle through the various viewpoints now. So we have TC unbuttoned. If we cycle to that, you can see, yep, that tank is definitely moving. We have TC buttoned, which provides us with more, realistic sort of controls. We've got the gunnery position, which is F3, which locks on the various targets and you can fire at things. And then finally, we have the driver. So we can see the driver is heading forward to nowhere in particular. And we can go back to the map board with F5 and we can give orders to that driver and say, hey, we want you to do this. Or we can cycle in and see, hey, that's a truck. It's operational. It won't be for long. We go back to the gunner position. You can see it's locked onto that truck. But we can actually shift. See the way that truck's moving in our sights now? We had him locked in. We're going to get a little closer to this truck. And I'll order it to fire. If I can. There we go. Oh, yes. That was satisfying. That was... Look at it. It's just glowing remains now. So you'll notice... Oh, and an explosion as well. Because obviously the truck had something in it. Now you'll notice there was a delay. And you're thinking, right, what was the delay about? The delay was... It took a time to load. This is a tank. It's not like an arcade game. It's a simulation. So, we go to F4 for driver. You can see that we can now take control. And it's not like... You see the way we're coming to a halt here? Because the game's like, you're in charge now. So, you can do whatever you please. So, we'll use the numpad to get the kilometers a second up. Oh, it's going a bit quick here. Let's just slow that down and head back to the gunnery position. Because, let's see, there was a house over there, wasn't there? Oh, I think I know what I'm going to do now. Let's see. So, I've made my mark, 356. Oh! Fantastic. Let's just blow this up completely. Oh, that is so satisfying. So I'll actually use a sabot. So gunner, use sabot. You can cycle through the various weapons. So round loaded, fire. Laser warning. Whoops. Okay. Round loaded, 19 rounds left. Use heat instead. Let's go find something else to shoot, shall we? Okay, round loaded. And you can either have it all automated, or you can essentially take charge of one tank and then send orders to your various platoons. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner there, it's showing where the tank's gun position is. So we're really motoring along here. Don't think the tank's cornering is going to be very good, do you? Let's see. No, it is not like a race car. I am the wrong person to be playing this game. Oh, there's our tank. There's our buddy. Sweet. So let's head on and let's go to TC unbuttoned. You can still sort of drive, I think. TC unbuttoned. Oh no, that's actually controlling the thing. Oh god, there's water coming up. Right, better switch. Back to driver. You drove the tank into the water, Lawnie. Okay, let's navigate this bridge. There's no music beyond the menus. It's just sound feedback and basic sort of non-textured graphics. Right. Let's see if our gunner can spot anything. I mean, you're supposed to, you know, be able to drive and shoot at the same time. But let's switch to gunner, see if we can spot anything else to shoot. He spotted something over there. Oh, that would have been unfortunate. Let's see, let's turn around. There's something we destroyed earlier. And your gunnery thing can turn all the way to the point where it's almost facing itself. See, we're getting to the river here. Look at that range of motion. You can see almost everything around you. It's very nice. And you can also, you know, move it up and down, I think. Yep, definitely looks like it. Oh, a house. Excellent. There is a house we're gonna destroy. Right. Let's pick heat. Gunner, use heat. Mark 949. Round loaded. Fire. Oh, yes. So there is destruction. And it's like those Microprose flight simulators You know, the famous ones? He's not going to name them because he doesn't play them. What a fraud. In terms of its graphics engine, but the difference is that you're on ground in a tank. And I've actually seen tanks. Oh my goodness. What is that doing? Centering, I think. Yes, tanks are very, very difficult to operate. I work with a tank driver. Yeah, he used to drive tanks. And then he ended up working with me, the poor soul. Okay. In case it wasn't obvious, I could play this forever. This is just the absolute bare basics, learn how to do things simulator thing. I probably should start a campaign now, but there's so much. Right. I'm just learning the absolute simple stuff here. But the game itself, I was reading about this, and it has like a campaign mode, and your troops get better over time. Obviously, I'm not going to have time to show that, but I might try and play a little campaign and get destroyed, you know, for the fun of it. So if I hit escape, doesn't seem to have done anything. There's Alt-Q to quit to DOS and Alt-E to end battle. So we'll end the battle, and we'll head back, and we'll just try. Thank you for vacationing. We hope you enjoyed all the bright lights and loud sounds. Oh, look at the wee animated tank and the wee animated helicopter. That's the nice wee sort of Microprose touch that you like. I did enjoy it. Average skill, poor. You're not wrong. So, more training, but they move like packed AFVs. They still don't shoot. There's a single engagement. This is real. The enemy can kill you. World War III has started. Oh, that's unfortunate. You'll be fighting battle after battle until the war ends. Let's try it. Packed forces are very green. Hey, the manual was right. They've got poor training and little time on vehicles. First wave equipment is adolescent T-62s with BTR-70s and some BMP-1s. Preschoolers could clean up these turkeys. So, you have a choice. This is essentially a difficulty selection. First line troops, well trained but inexperienced. These guys are Afghanistan combat vets or a NATO nightmare. High morale vets ready to fight. Okay, we'll start second line troops. It's decoding orders. So we're at the bivouac, and you've got outfitting and briefing. Now, outfitting, yes, right. You've got a list of the various things that you have, and then you can switch and adjust ammo and stuff. Well, not do that, but it's just sort of showing that it's there. Let's actually go to a briefing and see what's what. So it's very similar to the initial tutorial. Packed forces have unexpectedly crossed the trace. And I didn't get to read that in time, but there's a nice zoom in. You have to hold a point against expected enemy attack. So I assume that this briefing loops. So yes, you can hit space to go back. So into West Germany in a surprise winter offensive. Your battalion scrambles into wartime positions amidst air raids and artillery barrages. Oh, man. This is just so well done. It's not my sort of game at all. Mainly because of the tank. But if you're a military enthusiast or anything like that, this must be brilliant. Okay, so we exit the mission orders. Option for new orders. Let's go to battle and see what happens. I don't see this ending well. So there's Red 2 and Elite 1. We're holding this position here. But let's just let's go straight to the driver position. So, hey, look at this. It's completely different. Let's go to TC unbuttoned. Get a better view of the layout of the land. So you can see our tanks are just gradually heading. And it's worth pointing out at this juncture, this was 1989. Like, you look at something like this and you think, maybe 94, maybe 93, 94, sort of untextured, but it knows what it's doing. No, this was the 80s, which, very advanced for its time, I have to say. There were probably flight sims with similar technology, but I haven't come across a tank one that's quite like this. So we're going to head out, and I'm going to switch back to the map board so I can see. Yes, I'm heading out sort of the right way. You can see my tank there on the map board, just making a slight move. We're supposed to be holding that position, and from here, I am supposed to be giving orders to my forces to hold back against like the Jeeps and the APCs and so on. But I'm not going to do that because I'm an idiot. And I've got like 4 minutes left of this anyway. And I barely showcased anything, But say if we wanted to switch vehicle. So that one's heading, if we hit F8. Oh, it's the map screen that you need that. That's within the map. My apologies. I thought you could switch in tank, but maybe you can. What if we hit F10? Yeah, moving view to tank 2. So there is an option. So you can quickly switch all your tanks. Can you control tanks? Yes, you can control all of the tanks in first person, switching using the function keys. That is madness. That is really impressive. Okay, so what if we hit magnify vision? Doesn't appear to have done anything. Night vision? You could switch night vision on. So if it's dark and you need more clarity, and you can driver turn to this heading, which automates the driving. And then we can hit gunner. And we can just have a little look with the gunner. Maybe the gunner has the ability to magnify his vision. Yes. So he can have a little look and see if there's anything going on. Yeah, you can see why this was a classic for a reason. There's just so much thought and so much consideration put into the various bits and pieces. Like even little stuff like the sound effects. Like that just adds so much realism to it. Right, what is that up there? It's a deadly house. I think we'll avoid that. It might start shelling us. Some sort of silo. And you can tell these were sort of prolonged engagements. Unless you went in all guns blazing, rushing through using the map screen. See, we don't really know where Red 2 is. We have an idea that they're over there, but we need to sight them, and we need to bring our troops across to mitigate whatever advancement they're doing. Oh, troops have been sighted. Okay, so F4, and then gunner, F3. Hey, what is that? Okay, let's zoom in using magnify vision. Oh, that is magnified, right. Okay. Are we just gonna let them get closer? I think that's missiles. Oh! Lost the track. Right, so that's what was happening. This station inoperative. So if we go to next vehicle, I'm doing really poorly, by the way. Oh my goodness. I've been rendered completely inoperative because I sat there and I took it. Tank destroyed. Yeah, idiot. What a mistake. I just sat and I didn't move and I got destroyed. What a rookie error. And they're still hitting me with stuff. I don't know why. Because I'm inoperative. F7's not doing anything. Next vehicle. And that's the end. I'll go back and end this disastrous battle. Am I going to get a chewing out? Kills 0, casualties 1, rating 0, efficiency 0, total rating 0, award 0. Sounds about right, sir. This mission was not accomplished. Battalion S3 is not pleased. You've got to do better if we're going to win this. Yeah. Battalion S2 reports that Pact Rect HQ thinks the last battle was a marginal win for them. We lost a troop and didn't kill anyone. They seem hesitant and uncertain now. So we have a choice to restart, continue campaign, or save platoon. So what is M1 Tank Platoon? It's brilliant. I'm really poor at it, but it's brilliant. Honestly, I should have moved a lot more. I should have fired my weapon a lot more. You kind of saw the absolute bare minimum basics barely scratching the surface from me in this. But its reputation preceded itself, as did the developer Microprose. I did a million things wrong in this. I didn't even fire smoke grenades. I didn't toggle my exhaust. There were 100 other things I could have done in the map board. You know, it's one of those where it's a classic kind of simulation where you need to go read the manual, you need to memorize the keyboard overlay, and you need to look up additional gameplay stuff. And then, and only then, once you've got an understanding of the tank, what you should be doing, you should then launch into a campaign and really start to shine and take out enemy troops. Any kind of military enthusiast, any simulation enthusiast who isn't too put off with the idea of the tank's lack of maneuverability will find a absolute classic here. It's not for me, but I can see elements of what it is that crept into some of my favourite DOS games of all time. The idea of having a campaign, the idea of there being an overlay map showing all the various craft and so on. So many little things that you can just point at and say, yeah, this is a quality product, and they really took their time and made something special here that would resonate and result in so many others copying their homework. So yeah, I'd recommend it. And this is the first one I've done over 20 minutes since I came back, and rightly so. M1 Tank Platoon, a Microprose game going over 20 minutes? Of course. Until next time.